You can feel it, can't you? You can feel that we are creeping towards the edge. And I know that you were out there. And I know that you were in pain. But my children, I'm here to tell you that suffering is a choice, and you can choose a better path. We want you. We accept you. And we will take you, willingly or not. And some of you may fight, but in the end, you will thank us. I am your father, and you are my children.
Upon us! I shall lead you to the gate! For you are my children, and I am your father!
I grew up here, you know. Had my first kiss out back with some dumb cowboy. Almost got caught by my dad. He loved this place. It wasn't all easy. But he always made sure that here, you could speak your mind. And then they showed up. We're here to help, they said. He believed them. And then they took my mom, my brother. And Dad was never the same. Now what? You wanna take this place too? No. This place is ours.
She's a beaut, ain't she? All this time. She ain't never let me down. I just hope she's around when he's old enough to fly. Ooh, my boy. I mean, I hope it's a boy. I just want him to fly her like I do. Not like my dad or my grandpa. They flew in the war, so I didn't have to. But now, I don't know if he'll ever have the chance. Not with these around here. People are scared, man. I may never have gone to war. If them Peggies come after my family, sure as hell we'll give them one.
Woe to the man who leads my flock astray, says the Lord. We were given so much. This land, this life, our freedom. What's left of it now? Our people felt abandoned, grew weary. They needed our help. And we didn't listen. But he did. Told them exactly what they wanted to hear. But those falsehoods, lies, his poison, it's driven them from pasture, from the righteous path. Woe to the man who leads my flock astray. For if I am not their shepherd, then I must be the wolf.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nick930, and today we're going to be doing a full trailer breakdown for Far Cry 5. Alright, so first off we have the sign. Welcome to Hope County. Now this is a fictional area of Montana that will serve as the setting for the game. And here we have one of the antagonists. They're part of a religious cult. We're not exactly sure what the name of the cult is, but you can see they're definitely crazy. He's got the word greed etched into his arm. Looks like he has his own Bible too. So it's not the Catholic faith or anything like that. It's a totally separate thing they're making up for this game. Not sure what's happening here. Obviously the guy's dragging a dead body, but we're not sure who these people are. And here we can see the cult is dragging away what looks to be an innocent civilian. We're not exactly sure the backstory here, but it looks like an extreme baptism. And here we have an image of the cult's actual emblem or logo. And we're going to be seeing this a lot more throughout the game and throughout this trailer, actually. And then we just have a lot of just scenery shots here just to show off the game's graphical fidelity. It looks phenomenal. I can't wait to see what this looks like on next-gen consoles and on my PC. It's going to look incredible. And we confirmed that we do have livestock in this game. There's going to be animals. I honestly can't imagine a Far Cry game without them. It's going to be kind of interesting, though, in this Far Cry because the other Far Cry's had tigers and all kinds of cool animals, but now we're stuck with the wildlife in Montana, so we'll see how diverse it really gets. And as usual, we're getting the pickup trucks with the mounted machine guns because it wouldn't be a Far Cry game without one. Pretty sure every Far Cry game at this point has had that. And here we have the name Falls End. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It could be a small town or area in the game. Not sure of the significance of this. I think they're just going for a pretty looking screenshot. And here we can see a more rural town area, town center, which is interesting because honestly all the Far Cry games we've played so far have had just little hovels, so this will be interesting to see some really built up areas for once in a Far Cry game. And then we have a nice image of a suburban house, and this looks incredible, especially, I mean, I paused the picture, but that flag in motion looks very realistic. And here we have a civilian fishing. Now, I'm not sure if they're trying to hint at there being a fishing section of this game, or like being able to fish. You never could do that before, but we do know that you can hunt, and that's always been a big part of the Far Cry games, at least more recent Far Cry games. Stop it. Bird's chewing on the window. And here we can see the religious cult seems to be... Get off that. Alright, well I had to put my bird away because he was chewing on everything, so... Anyway, back to what we were talking about. It looks like the cult here is abducting the priest from this church. Now, this priest appeared in a special video that I showed at the beginning of this video, and he is going to be one of the main characters, friends with the protagonist. So we'll see how that plays out. And we just see there's a lot of scenes of the cult just taking people out of their homes and completely taking over the area. I'm curious how this is even possible. Where are the authorities? From what I read, this game is going to be about the U.S. Marshals and their war against this cult in Montana. I can't imagine this ever escalating to this point where they would have pickup trucks with miniguns driving around. So, very interested to see how they're going to try to explain that. It seems like an odd setting to begin with. Now here, this is interesting. This is the first time in a Far Cry game where we'll be able to actually fly helicopters. Now, they haven't explicitly confirmed this, but a lot of sources are saying that you can fly the helicopters. You absolutely can fly the planes. There's a screenshot that they posted of being behind the cockpit in a plane, so you will be able to fly planes and do dogfights. Here's another one of the main protagonist characters. This is Mary May, I believe. And here we have Nick. Nick is a pilot who's trying to basically get back at the cult for killing his father. And here we have one of that priest character we were talking about earlier, another protagonist. So we have three main protagonists that are going to be your best friends, essentially, and they all seem to have really cool backstories. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. And here we have more of the religious cults. They are armed to the teeth with assault rifles. It looks like they're going for fake assault rifles again. Basically, these are all the guns that they've been using for Far Cry games this whole time. So that was like a P416. This looks like a Mossberg, I believe. And here we have a image that shows off 2 of the new vehicles. We have a trophy truck and a big semi-truck, so that'll be fun. Here we have an image of 2 players on a quad bike. That's right, this game is going to have co-op again, just like Far Cry 4, so they're bringing that back. And here we have an image of the plane you can fly. This plane seems to have pontoons, so we'll be able to land on water, hopefully. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like there's going to be... You'll be able to fly planes and helicopters for the first time in a Far Cry game, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I think that means the map's going to be much bigger this time around. And here they're showing off a bear chasing a guy. I want to make sure that everyone knows that there's going to be bears attacking you still. More people getting abducted, some of the same shots. Here we have a look at our main villain. Now, villains have been the biggest part of the Far Cry game since Far Cry 3. Voss started the whole craze. There's always got to be a really cool villain. I'm hoping this guy holds up because Pagan Min was not nearly as impactful as Voss was in Far Cry 3. And that, I think, wraps it up. That's the rest of the trailer. So there's not really much I can dig into with this trailer. They showed everything pretty explicitly, but I did read that you're going to be able to have a canine companion in this game, much like the Fallout series and Metal Gear Solid 5. So you'll actually have a pet dog that'll walk around with you. He'll grab weapons off of bodies and will even attack enemies. So I kind of wish they had shown that in the trailer. That's a really cool feature. So that's at least 3 new things. Everything else seems to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be the same typical Far Cry game. So if you're looking for something different, I wouldn't look here. This is going to be the same. In fact, those windmills I bet are going to be towers you have to climb. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And if there's something I missed, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'm sure I missed a lot because my bird was distracting me. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned to my channel for more. Whenever there's anything on Far Cry 5, I'll be sure to post something on it. And I will see you all next time.